All right, we're already up to video 9, and we're going to talk about the number one way to maximize your traffic and sales. Okay? Let's imagine for a moment that you hired a freelancer to do something for your business, like write and upload a series of blog posts for you. So tell me, would you ever double check to make sure the freelancer is actually working, that this person is actually doing the writing and uploading the content? Of course you would. You know it and I know it. No sane business owner would ever hire someone and then not check up on that person's work. No sane business owner would keep sending checks to somebody without making sure that they're getting what they paid for. And yet, and I'm telling you this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and yet there are a whole lot of marketers who dump money into their advertising without ever tracking their campaigns to see what's really working. They figure as long as they're coming out ahead, there's no reason to tweak or track anything. They just assume everything is hunky-dory. But I'm telling you, that's a huge mistake. That's because tracking and tweaking your advertising is one of the very best ways to give yourself an instant pay raise. Simply put, it's the best way to maximize your traffic and sales. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose there's a certain niche forum where you like to purchase a banner ad. Let's suppose the banner cost you $100, but you always make $125. So you pull in a nice little profit of $25 every time you make the ad. It seems like a good buy to you since you always make money, so you just keep spending your $100 to make $25. If you stop right there, all you make is $25. But now imagine this. You test out a few different banner ads and you find one that works even better. Now you're making $150 every time you purchase your $100 ad spot. You've essentially doubled your profits. And you can probably guess what I'm going to say. Yeah, what if you took it a step further and started placing your ad on different days as well as in different ad positions? Now imagine you tracked your results and you discovered that when you picked the best location and day to place your ad, you made $200 on that same $100 ad. That means you're pocketing a $100 profit every single time you place the ad. What are you going to do? Right. You're going to focus on placing your ad on the day where you maximize your revenue. Because why settle for a $25 profit when you can have a $100 profit? So let's talk about this whole testing thing. There are many things you can test, and these include your actual ads. For short text ads, you can test the headline separately from the body copy. For banner ads, you can test the text of the ad separately from the graphics and design elements. Another thing to test is different ad venues. In other words, you should be keeping good track of which ad buys get you the best return on your investment. You can test ad placements when it applies. Whether you're placing an ad for one of your own offers on your blog or buying ad placements on a third-party website, just do some testing and see which placement gets you the best results. You can test to find out what day of the week is the best time to place ads in a certain venue. If you're doing pay-per-click marketing, then you can discover which keywords give you the best return on your investment, as well as which headlines and ads work best for you. You can test your offers. Try placing an ad for a different product or a different offer to see what your audience responds to. Keep on testing until you find an offer that's absolutely irresistible to your target market, okay? This certainly isn't an exhaustive list of things to test. The point is, you can test really every part of the process in order to fully optimize your advertising campaigns. Now, here's the key to this. If you're new to testing and tracking, then for now you want to stick with testing just one element of the process. If you test more than one thing at a time, you won't know what caused the difference in the conversion rate. But if you test just one element while holding everything else constant, then you can be pretty certain that any change in the conversion rate was due to that one element. Let me go ahead and make a quick note here for the more advanced users. The exception to this advice would be if you were doing multivariate analysis, but that's a discussion for another day. For now, we're going to stick with simple split testing where you test just one element at a time. So let me give you an example. Let's suppose you wanted to place an ad in a third-party email newsletter, and let's suppose you know the ad has a high conversion rate since you've already tested it on other platforms. So what you're trying to determine is which of the two email newsletters return the most bang for your buck. What you need to do is try to hold as many variables constant as possible. So first, the ads you place should be exactly the same. The only difference is that they'll have slightly different links so that you can know where your traffic is coming from so that you can track your results. Take note that while the links are just slightly different so that you can track the results, the links should point to the same offer. In other words, the landing pages on the other side of those links need to be exactly the same. Second, the placement of the ads within the newsletter should be as close to identical as possible. Obviously, there may be some variability because they're different newsletters, but the point is, if you purchased a top placement ad in newsletter A, then you want to purchase a top placement ad in newspaper B as well. Next, you want to be sure that the newsletters go out on the same day. That way you can eliminate day of the week as a possible variation that affected conversion rate. So you get the point? Keep everything the same so that you can say with some degree of confidence which ad venue gives you the better results. Now, in order to do this the right way, you need some way of tracking your results. As mentioned, providing 2 different links gives you a way to count the click-throughs and figure out your conversion rate. Now, while you could certainly comb through your traffic logs and crunch the numbers yourself, I'm telling you, that takes a lot of work. And unless you're a super geek with Coke bottle glasses and a pocket protector, I'm guessing that's not really your idea of a fun way to spend a Saturday night. Am I right? The good news is that you don't have to. It's much easier to just use a tool for this purpose. For this particular example, you can use Landing Page Monkey to create your landing pages, as this web-based app includes impression and conversion data. If you're looking for other tracking tools, you might try Google Analytics or Piwik.org, which is Google Analytics' alternative. You can also install an A/B testing script for simple split testing purposes. Check out the resources section on the site for more information about some of these tools. Once you see what your results are, then the winner of your test is now your control. What you want to do is perform additional testing with a specific purpose of beating your control and maximizing your ad campaigns. I'm going to show you an example of this. If you're testing ad headlines and headline A wins against headline B, then headline A is your new control. Okay? Now you test your control against another headline, which we're calling headline C here. You just do this, you rinse and repeat for as long as you're getting a significant boost to your conversion rate. Now, once you're not seeing a significant boost, then start testing some other component of your advertising campaign. Testing and tracking your ad campaigns is truly the #1 way to maximize your traffic and sales. It also allows you to generate more traffic and profit from the exact same advertising dollar. That's why I highly suggest that you get yourself a tracking tool and you start tracking and tweaking your campaigns starting right now. Now, I know we all love traffic and most of us want more of it. Sometimes it just seems like your traffic flows through your site like a large holed sieve. Next, you'll discover ways to capture that traffic for good.